When learning about artificial intelligence, you have probably encountered terms like machine learning, deep learning, and even generative AI. Many people often use these terms interchangeably, but they actually represent different concepts. Understanding the difference is important because these technologies power many of the applications we use today. In this video, I will explain what artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI really mean, how they are connected, and provide real-world examples for each of them. Let's start with this diagram that represents the relationship between these four concepts. We can see that all the concepts we mentioned before are actually part of the artificial intelligence. So, what is artificial intelligence, or what we often call AI? By definition, AI is a computer or machine capable of performing tasks that require human intelligence. These tasks can involve cognitive abilities such as reasoning and decision making, or even creativity. As long as a machine is able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, it can be considered an AI. However, AI is a much broader concept than just machines that learn from data, or widely known as machine learning. A machine does not necessarily need to learn or improve from data to be considered AI, as long as it is designed to perform tasks that require some level of intelligence. It falls under the category of artificial intelligence. Let's take an example. Do you guys remember the first computer that defeated a world chess champion in 1997? That technology was called Deep Blue, a chess playing computer developed by IBM, which defeated Garry Kasparov. Do you know what is more interesting about this technology? Deep Blue had no ability to learn from data. Instead, it relied on its extremely powerful computing capability, which allowed it to analyze up to 200 million chess positions per second. Let me briefly describe how this technology works. During the opening phase, Deep Blue mainly searched from a database of previously analyzed chess moves. After that, when entering the middle game, it used a combination of the alpha-beta search algorithm and an evaluation function. Unlike modern AI systems, where evaluation functions can be trained using data, Deep Blue evaluation function was manually designed by computer scientists and chess experts. The parameters were created by considering factors such as king safety, control of the center, the number of pieces, and many other factors. However, as the amount of available data increased, researchers discovered a different approach. Instead of manually programming intelligence, why don't we let machines learn from data? This idea became the foundation of machine learning. As the name suggests, machine learning is a field of AI that enables computers or machines to learn patterns from data. Rather than relying entirely on rules written by humans, machine learning algorithms can improve their performance by analyzing examples and discovering patterns on their own. Do you remember the linear regression algorithm that we discussed in the previous video? Linear regression is considered a machine learning algorithm because it learns its parameters or weights from data during the training process. A typical machine learning workflow includes data preprocessing, feature selection, model training, and model evaluation. Data preprocessing usually involves removing duplicate and missing values, converting data into a numerical format, and scaling the data when necessary. Next, feature selection is the process of choosing the data attributes that are relevant to the task. For example, if we want to predict the house prices, relevant features might include house area, house quality, the number of bedrooms, and the location. On the other hand, features such as the owner's favorite color or the day of the week they visited the house are unlikely to have a direct impact on the house price, making them less useful for the model. After feature selection, the data is used to train the model. During the training process, the model analyzes the data and learns patterns by adjusting its parameters to minimize errors. This linear regression parameter is the example case. Once the training process is complete, the next step is model evaluation. In this step, we test the model using data that it has never seen before. The purpose is to measure how well the model can generalize to new data rather than simply memorizing the training data. If the model performs well on unseen data, we can use it to make predictions on future data. Otherwise, we may need to improve the data, select different features, or choose a different model. This simple workflow is very powerful but has some limitations. Have you ever wondered what if the data is more complex like images, video, and audio? For example, if we want a computer to recognize cats in images, what features should we provide? Should we use the shape of the ears, the color of the fur, position of the eyes, or something else? Designing these features manually can be difficult and time consuming. This raises an important question. What if the machine could automatically learn the most useful features directly from the raw data? This idea became the foundation of deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses artificial neural networks with multiple layers to automatically learn complex patterns from data. The main difference lies in how the model learns. Deep learning models are trained through two different processes: forward propagation and backward propagation. During forward propagation, the input data passes through multiple neurons. Each neuron performs calculations using its wake and activation function to produce an output. The final output is then compared with the actual value to measure how accurate the prediction is. To improve the model performance, backward propagation is performed. This process calculates how much each wake contributes to the error and adjusts the wake accordingly using optimization algorithms such as gradient descent. These two processes are repeated many times during training. As the wakes are continuously updated, the model gradually reduces its errors and learns increasingly complex patterns from the data until its performance becomes sufficiently high and stable. If you look at a neural network, doesn't it look somewhat similar to the human brain where many neurons are connected to one another? This similarity is not a coincidence. Artificial neural networks were inspired by the structure of biological neurons. That's why deep learning is often described as a technology that mimics how the human brain learns and processes information. As deep learning models become larger and more powerful, researchers begin to wonder, what if this model could do more than just recognize patterns? For example, instead of simply identifying whether an image contains a cat, what if a model could generate a completely new image of a cat that has never existed before? Instead of only understanding text, what if a model could write stories, answer questions, or even generate computer code? This idea led to development of generative AI. Generative AI is a subset of AI that focuses on creating new content based on patterns learned from existing data. Unlike many traditional machine learning and deep learning applications that mainly classify, predict, or recognize information, generative AI can produce entirely new outputs such as text, images, audio, videos, and even software code. One of the most popular examples is ChatGPT. Behind the scenes, ChatGPT is powered by a deep learning architecture called the Transformer. During training, the model learns patterns from a massive amount of text data. When we ask ChatGPT a question, it does not search for a predefined answer or memorize every possible response. Instead, it generates text by predicting the most likely next word based on the context of the conversation. By repeating this process many times, it can generate complete sentences, paragraphs, and even entire articles. Similarly, many modern image generation systems use diffusion models. These models learn how to transform random noise into meaningful images based on patterns learned during training. Although the underlying algorithms may differ, the main goal of generative AI remains the same: to create new content that resembles the data it learned from while generating something entirely new. Now you understand the differences between these four concepts. Let's quickly review their definition. AI is a computer or machine capable of performing tasks that require human intelligence. Machine learning is a field of AI that enables computers or machines to learn patterns from data. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses artificial neural network with multiple layers to automatically learn complex patterns from data. Generative AI is a subset of AI that focuses on creating new content based on patterns learned from existing data. I hope this video helped you better understand the relationship between AI, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have any questions, suggestions, or ideas for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.